They would identify vulnerable targets, travelers, prostitutes, the elderly, the ill, and ply them with whiskey until insensibility set in. Then came what would later be known as Birking. One man would sit on the victim's chest while the other pinched their nose and mouth shut. It left no marks, no evidence of violence. To the anatomists, these deaths appeared natural. Their victims form a litany of the forgotten: Janet Brown, an aging prostitute; James Wilson, a mentally disabled young man known as Daft Jamie; Mary Patterson, a beautiful young woman whose death would later haunt the conscience of Dr. Knox's students. Each life was worth between £8 and £10, a fortune to men who had known only poverty. The psychological deterioration of the murderers followed different paths. Burke, by all accounts, drank heavily as the murders continued, perhaps trying to drown the faces that haunted his dream. Hare remained cold, calculating, focused on the business aspects of their enterprise. Their wives and paramours, Margaret Laird and Helen MacDougall, became accomplices, setting the stage for their men's dark work with whiskey and false friendship. The anatomy schools, particularly Dr. Knox's establishment, operated in a moral twilight zone. The demand for bodies was insatiable, medical science was advancing rapidly, and students needed practical experience.